Dominic Raab is facing a much broader bullying investigation than might originally have been anticipated when allegations were made against him. And those allegations, I think there were 6 allegations, but in fact there's probably about 30 people, 30 civil servants who are joined against him. I think there were 8 formal complaints, 6 from the Ministry of Justice, but most of the complaints involve accusers, multiple accusers, probably up to 30. So this thing which is supposed to be heard by Adam Tolley, KC, about the breaches of ministerial code is not going to go well and is not going to go away and is almost certainly going to lead to a resignation. So why is he hanging on? Why is he hanging on? Why is Zahawi hanging on when it's almost inevitable that both of them are going to have to go? Well, there is a scenario which is being painted, which is that Rishi wants to wait and then do a sort of mini cabinet reshuffle, and in that sort of chaos of the cabinet reshuffle, Raab and Zahawi will be able to leave with some grace. So Raab, meanwhile, says that he wants to rebut and rebuke the charges. Indeed, he was wheeled out to do the same thing for Zahawi, ironically. He says he's acted professionally. Well, that, of course, is a vague term, because it begs the question of what profession he thinks he subscribes to. I remember on one occasion as a teacher, we were subjected to a rant by the then head teacher, who said that we should all be wearing smart business dress, and the man who was sitting next to me turned to me and then said publicly, "Well, what business do you think Tim Wilson believes he's in? Maybe pimping." I've always been partial to slightly colourful trousers. Anyway, Raab says that he has acted professionally. He's accused, meanwhile, of belittling and demeaning senior civil servants, being rude, being aggressive, even despite being talked to by a Ministry of Justice Permanent Secretary, I think a person called Antonio Romeo, and the Permanent Secretary of the Foreign Office, Simon MacDonald, who refused to deny that he too had had a word with Raab about his behaviour. And so the allegations have been made, representations have been made, but I think Raab is proud of the fact that he's got a reputation as a bruiser. So maybe all these words, all these asides, all these takings to one side simply fail to register with this man. Just as he was resolute in sunning himself in Crete on the beach as Kabul fell, this is a man who is focused on his own agendum to a fault. You know, when he was Brexit Secretary, there were expressions of concern, even though he told the BBC that no one has ever raised a complaint or a grievance against me. It simply cannot be true. And then we're told that arrangements for meetings with Raab have led to people feeling sick, physically sick in anticipation, people being in tears or feeling suicidal. It's simply unthinkable that Raab has never heard of the effect he has on people. I mean, not only is it unthinkable that he's never heard of it, it's unthinkable that he's not gloating over the fact, surely. I mean, he is this man who prides himself on a reputation as a bruiser. He probably was delighted that people are vomiting in anticipation of meeting him. So the suggestions about the sackings in a reshuffle make some sense. But, you know, what is this? This is allowing Raab and Zahawi to exit under the radar. It's a bit like Henry VIII commuting a sentence of treason for being hung, drawn and quartered to being beheaded on Tower Green, which is just over the road from where I am now. You know, while Raab is pleased with his performance, his civil servants are not. Most civil servants, when he was appointed to his last job, were quietly offered alternative jobs if they wanted him. That says it all, doesn't it? You know, Raab and Zahawi, their time is running out. It's just a matter of when they go, not if they go, and how they go, and whether or not they make Rishi Sunak, in the meantime, looked particularly weak and stupid. I think that's already been achieved.